good Thursday to you guys. What is good? I hope all you guys got some good sleep. And so I I was sent something through my text line. Actually, I was sent something from someone, and it really disturbed me when I seen it. And I want you guys to know that I'm in favor of NIL. I'm in favor of guys, young ladies, whoever, getting compensated for their names if they're bringing the universities to the big. If they're bringing all that money into the university, then I think kids should get it. But I want you guys to hear me on something because what I just got, and I went and read it. This is disturbing, like it really is. Now, is it because it's against us and not for us, or is that why I feel so upset and kind of sick to my stomach, or is it bigger than that? Because it's directed towards maybe because it's directly towards Kentucky basketball this year more so than ever. Then I feel kind of sick to my stomach. So if you guys haven't heard, Sean, what's his name? Sean Labor. I hope I said his name right. He writes for the Gridiron Heroics, and he put out a column today. Now, I was just sitting chilling, just got off from work. I'm relaxing, and then I get news like this. And I don't know. So people's probably already reported on it. I haven't saw it. This is the first time I've ever saw it. And I wasn't even going to go live, but he wrote Jerry Jones willing to double NIL money for Kentucky basketball recruits to play at Arkansas Razorbacks. What he is saying is whatever Kentucky basketball men's team offered their players, I will help double that. Okay, so unless you've been under a rock and you don't know who Jerry Jones is, he's only probably worth about 12, 15 million, $15 billion. The owner of the Dallas Cowboys. He's paid. He has a lot of money. So now he wants to say, I don't want anybody to go to Kentucky. And if Kentucky's going to offer a recruit or a transfer of money, don't even worry about it because I'm going to double it to get him not to go and come to Arkansas instead. Because he's a booster there. He played football there from what I read. I don't really keep up with I'm actually a Cowboys fan, maybe until now. But it's he's a big-time booster. According to what they said, he was a big reason why John Calipari went to Kentucky because they have the money to back him. To me, this is crazy. Like this is really crazy. Has NIL gotten out of hand? Has it really? But once again, is it just because this is being targeted towards Kentucky basketball? Like on what? If this is allegedly, I'm just reading what they wrote. This is allegedly. I put allegedly in my comments. I'm not saying that he absolutely will, but if this statement is real, what is Coach Pope going to do? Like he's literally going to have to go get all no stars, all the transfer portal. He ain't getting nobody because if the kids can be basically brought, then why wouldn't the kid choose Arkansas over Kentucky any day of the week? I'm going to match. Oh, Kentucky's going to give you $500,000, huh? No problem. I'm gonna add to it, and we're gonna give you $1 million. Really, man? I'm going. I'm not going to Kentucky. Like how hard is that to think that this first year coach at Kentucky will have such an uphill battle? Like what are we living in right now? Like really, what are we living in? We could have got a guy last year. Nope. Who's gonna pay me the biggest amount of money? I want $4 million. Pay me, or I ain't going. Nope, we not gonna pay. Okay, bye. I'm going over here. I don't even care about this school, but they gonna pay me this kind of money. So this is where I'm going. This is the major uphill battle for Kentucky. If it's for nobody else, it is strictly against it's strictly against Kentucky. And exactly. So you got John Tyson as well too. Like I do not see how Kentucky can recruit over this. Like we're sitting back here hoping to get some players. Dude, why? Why should we even care anymore? If this is true, there's no way we can recruit over this, man. There's no way. I mean, look, John Calipari has put a lot of guys in the NBA. A lot of those guys are loyal to John Calipari, which is cool. I don't have any issues with that. But I don't know if I see those guys dumping money back in Kentucky to support Kentucky, and then they got to go battle against John Calipari. So some of those guys, or most of those guys, going to be like, let me just step back. Let me not even get involved because I still love Kentucky, but I'm loyal to John Calipari. If I don't give money, I'm not going to give money to both programs. This is disturbing. It is. And maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm biased because this has actually happened. He offers all recruits, only the kids that was on the team. I mean, but okay, the report isn't he offers all recruits. That makes a big, not only in Kentucky, is college basketball. Let me make sure that I get this right, because I don't mind saying that I'm wrong. Don't panic. I don't mind saying that I'm wrong about something, just so I can make sure that that we're doing the right thing, that the right information is put out. As much as I don't agree with these dudes making millions in school, now I want to go back to the guy that's where did he say that the report isn't Michael. Let me put this out. Michael Goosey says the report isn't he offers all recruits, only the kids that was on the team. On the team from Kentucky. I tried to read it. I didn't really see that. So I'm pretty sure that I'm probably go back and read it some more. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with people fact checking me. No problem with that. Let's make sure that we put out the right information, okay? I just got told, I read something on it. It just really upset me. That's why I jumped in front of the camera. But sometimes you got to be careful with that. So if anyone has any information that I'm incorrect, please tell me, okay? So better run that 4 million to 10 million in donations. I was saying this 3 seasons ago. Kids ain't going to school. Kids just because of the school they won't get paid. So if I'm wrong about this, I'm trying to stop putting up what's his name. Hide. Okay. It's like their hatred towards. I think the NCAA should open against the University of Arkansas, Coach Cal for improper benefits to do your job, NCAA. So, Derek, it's like this hatred better run. I'm trying to make sure that I get the right information because this is, even if this is just a conversations, wording, not just by me, but the wording how people write things. And maybe you got 10 different writers and everybody's writing, they put their own words and they put their own slang in it. So this is the one that I saw. And for me, just to be able to, it was sad. Okay, so it was sad. But what recruits? It doesn't necessarily say, unless I read the article, it didn't say anywhere where it's about the guys that was on the team already. So all I know is once you're in the transfer portal, it's a transfer recruit anybody that wants to go to Kentucky. That for me, that's how I took it. I took it as that if think about this right here, you got Roach from Duke. Well, John Calipari wants him, Rick Pitino wants him, and Kentucky wants him. Who do you think is going to throw? If this is true, is he just considered a recruit that Kentucky had already, or is he a transfer and let me give him some money too? Coach, you want this player? And then this is these guys talking. Coach, you want this player? How much Kentucky offering him? $1 million? I give him $3 million, bringing him on in. How can we compete with that? You know, this is a comments as the players currently commits as in the players. Okay, I have to go back and see if I see that word. So maybe this guy he completely misread. But at this particular point, if that's the case, if this is the case, then I guess it is what it is, because I don't really think any of the recruits who was committed and decommitted was probably going to go to Kentucky anyway, because those guys want to be loyal to Kentucky. So if that's the case, but still, if you look at it, like it's kind of like this guy is worth $12 billion. The Tyson family. How's Kentucky going to recruit to that? I mean, how are they going to compete with something like that? It's still thank you, Michael, Goosey, for that, for the information, for the clarity of maybe what it's really meaning. I appreciate that for definitely clarifying that. But just the overall fact of a transfer guy that just so happens both teams that Arkansas wants and Kentucky wants, you don't think they're not free game? You don't think those guys want NIL? You don't think if John Calipari wants it and if the money needs to be available, you don't think, well, let's just throw this into the pot too? I mean, how easy is that? Because see, here's the problem. Once you open up that way of doing business, it's going to be that way. You might say, well, I'm going to do it just for the commits who decommitted from Kentucky, who haven't decided yet what they're going to do next. So if those guys, if Kentucky re-offers them with the new coach, then we'll go back and we'll offer them more money as well too. To all of this still falls into the same thing. It may be written with the words commits. It's getting where basketball is becoming dog eat dogs. Whoever has the most money. This is exactly what it is. And I'm not here saying throw away NIL. I'm not saying any of that. I don't have the right to tell a young man or a young lady who has worked this hard to get to the collegiate area, and their particular school is making a lot of money off of them, go get paid. Get your money. But I think situations like this is almost like a targeting. Like, I'm going to hit you as hard as I can. And I guess that's what we live in now. I guess that's the system that us as fans, we just gonna have to accept. And if you're just joining, and if you wasn't on when I first started, I don't want this to seem like I'm just so angry because it's against the University of Kentucky. But maybe if Jerry Jones was saying, Mark Pope, anybody that wants to come in, but Cal wants them, I'll match you. Would I feel different? Maybe a little bit because I'm a Kentucky fan, but at the end of the day, is it really right? Does that really make it right? I mean, we're going to take all the players in the NBA from Kentucky and says, hey, man, if each one of you guys can just give, it's 100 of you guys, it seems like. If all you guys just give $500,000 a piece, bro, we can do some things in NIL. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. No. Jerry Jones, he has endless amount of money. It is. So who do we have on our side that can come in? Ashley Judd? These guys? Come on. I'm just being real because I'm just a little hurt right now. I'm a little hurt that the offer, that the suggestion was even made. It doesn't matter if it actually follows through to be true. It's just that it was actually made in direct connection of we're not going to let Kentucky do anything, especially for the recruits. Maybe it is just the recruits who decommitted from Kentucky. But at the end of the day, it's just a matter of the fact is, dude, whatever they offer you, don't even sweat it. Go to sleep at night, sleep good at night. We will buy you a team. Literally, we will buy you a team. That's a little sad. It is. It is, and it's a little sad that this is our basketball. This is what college basketball has come to. It's really no it's exciting, but when you kind of get into this, I guess it's a little shaky. But once again, I'm not just so angry or I'm not just hurt just because it's going against Kentucky. Kentucky's going to be okay. Okay? Kentucky's going to find his way and Kentucky's going to be okay. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm not as that's not what I'm upset about. But what about these other schools who get abused the same way? What about these little schools who don't have a choice? I mean, this is oh man, dude, this is insane. It is to to see this that it's even written that someone had even taken the opportunity for him to say that out of his mouth that you're not going to Kentucky because we will pay you not to go to Kentucky. That's pretty spiteful. But at the end of the day, I'm still trying to wrap my head around all of this because as fans, we just want to see good basketball. As a player, as an athlete, oh, so you want to make the school all this money by paying $5,000 for a ticket to come and see me play. I'm out there bouncing a basketball, and that's all I get. So kids want to get paid. Do you guys think it really should? Who cares, Cal, still how to coach these guys to a first round loss? I guess there's some truth to that, Betty. It really is. And you know what? Honestly, that's one of the first things I thought. That is one of Betty. I'm going to tell you that is one of the first things that I thought is that, wow, they can buy the team, but can he get them through the first round? And I'm not going to sit here and start bashing Cal. I'm not. But how could that not be a first thought? You can buy a team. We've had superstars on the team the last years, but we ain't really did too much. So you can go buy you a superstar team, but what's going to be, that's just a form of legal cheating. I think so. What's going to stop, you know what I'm saying? You can go buy your great team, but can you get them across the road? Can you get them across that path? And that path is making it out of the first weekend. Can you do that? Mark Pope, I'm going to tell you right now. And Mark Pope, I know, Coach Pope, I know you're not going to hear this. You don't even know who I am. You don't even know who I am, Coach Pope. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm speaking directly to you, Coach Pope. You do what you got to do, okay? You get who you got to get at Kentucky. And you bring in the guys who you feel like would be good in your system. And then you coach them. And then you build them. And your assistant coaches who you put around you. Y'all develop these players. And let's go get them. Let's just stop shucking and jiving. We might not have $1 million team. We might not have that. But we're going to get in here. We're going to get back to the basics. And we're going to get down to what Kentucky basketball is all about. You want to pay the players to come in? That's fine. We still gonna go out here and we still gonna play Kentucky basketball, and we'll find a way to be okay. Because if we don't, what else do we have to look forward to? Nothing at all. So Coach Pope, go do your thing, man. Go do it. And if those recruits don't want to be at Kentucky, it's no problem whatsoever. Young men, I wish you the best. I got a son. I got a daughter. It doesn't matter. Whatever you guys want to do, we wish you well. We wish you nothing but success. But here at Kentucky, Mark Pope, you just do things the way it's supposed to have been done. And it'll all work itself out. It'll all work itself out. I posted a video, very small video today, and I was really thinking about what does success for Kentucky look like next year. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. But Mark, Coach Pope, you just stay the course. You understand what it means to play at Kentucky. You understand what it means to wear that uniform. and you understand that the destination is the Final Four. That's our destination. We might not get there next year. We might not get there the year after. But if the guys that you recruit believe in what you're talking about, we'll get back to the promised land. We'll get back on top. We might not be able to buy a team like that, but we're gonna be okay. Because this is Kentucky basketball. And no matter what goes on over here, we find a way to get things done. That's what makes me excited about this new era in Kentucky basketball. It is what it is, man. Yeah, it is what it is. So, we just got to we'll get back there. UK mega fan says 22-23. Cal had upperclassmen and UK fans complained then too. And a 2 seed, they expect the 90s every single decade, not realistic. We had one Final Four in 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, and 2010s. 4 in 2010. I mean, we're going to be back. Everyone has to be patient. We really do. We have to be patient. And should I have really come on today with this topic? You know how you just see something and you're able to pass things through and you're able to say, well, a lot of people are, not everybody. But have you ever seen something that just bothers you, and no matter how much you tried to push it to the side or how much you tried to scroll through, it's just something that just kind of just stuck with you, that just made you have to go talk about it. I think this is one of those situations because, believe me, it's a lot of universities out there, and it's a lot of alums out there, and it's a lot of people that went to these schools that's making a lot of money around the world. Why is it that if Jerry Jones can do this, if he can do this for his alma mater, then why come we can't do this? So you got schools like Yale, you got schools, you got Duke, you got all these big time schools that got guys and women that have went on to be extremely successful in life. So what does this do? All that does is just start, well, guess what? Jerry Jones did it. He said he would do it. Hey, throw your name in the plate for your school too. Now throw your name in the plate for it. And throw your name in the plate for your school. This is a never-ending cycle. This is just the beginning. I mean, we thought NIL was maybe a small issue, or maybe it just needed some. Let me walk that back for a second. Let me walk that back. I don't think NIL is an issue. I think until we get some better perimeters for NIL across the board, then I think that's probably some things that probably need to be done, like the NFL. I mean, this has become a strictly pay for play. That's it. Like I can't even spell the name on the front of my jersey, but I got this big NIL deal. No problem. Who? You play for who? McNeese? How you spell that? I don't even care. Just how much you gonna pay me? I don't know where we're going at with this NIL stuff. And I'm like, once again, I'm not saying cut it off. Pay these young men and women. No problem. But I think when you see a story like this, we live in a society where people like to go match for match. Now I know that not everybody has Jerry's money, but when you start putting enough people together, things come together, Now, I'll pay you $2 million to come to Arkansas. Well, I'll pay you 2.4 to come to UCLA. Wow. Or you're going to pay $2 million to go to Arkansas. I'll pay you $2 million to come out to sunny USC. That's a no-brainer. I'm going to USC. Well, what about Kentucky? Who? I'm not going to Kentucky. They only was going to give me 100,000. I'm not playing for Kentucky. Well, but Kentucky is this prestigious school. They have a background of being one of the best blue bloods, if not the best blue bloods out there. Why wouldn't you go to them? They ain't paying me enough. My services cost. And that's where we're going to. Tyson money's big. I mean, you got Jerry and I got Tyson in my freezer in there, dude. I had Tyson. I'm probably gonna have Tyson for dinner tonight. This is in Kuwait, and I'm buying Tyson food. Come on, man. This is never ending. This is the beginning. Jerry has opened up another door. Another door. That's just going to continue to just tip for tap. Tip for tap. It's just going to come. Before you know it, somebody's going to be like, yo, Bill Gates, what school you go to? Or where'd you go to? You got alumni? You going to participate? Bill Gates would be like, let me hit Jerry Jones over the head with my wallet. Boop. Jerry Jones, sit down somewhere. I'll show you what real money's about. Unless you know it's humane. My food is a little limited over here where I'm at sometimes, so I apologize if I offend someone. If I eat, I won't watch the Cowboys again. Well, once my freezer is empty, then maybe I won't buy no more Tyson foods as well, too. The prices over here are a little bit higher than in the States by a long shot. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to throw my food out, but I get where you guys are coming at, for real. But this is just. But will that be enough to buy Arkansas a championship? Will it be enough? And if these teams are really orchestrating to pay all this money to bring in players, should there be an asterisk beside it? They took everybody. There was nobody else in the country. But I will say this, though. When you start building teams like this, it motivates into a program. Any program can win a championship. I will say this, though. When you take a team and you build it around a lot of money, and then the team that's playing them just learn to love Campbell meat. I think. If you see it, if you see the farms over here, the Campbell farms, let me say something, nobody. Okay, when you take a team that's being built, and then you take another team and you says, well, the coach says, well, look, we have nothing to lose. They said that you guys was not good enough to be on that team. So let's just go beat them. That motivates them. That's going to motivate a lot of kids, a lot of young men and women, a lot. And I think you're going to have 1 or 2, 3 superpowers out there built around everybody is very orchestrated with getting paid, period. But then you're going to have those teams that be like, look, all right, they just put together a mega roster. Let's go beat them, guys, because we want it more than them. And then they will be the team. I ain't throwing no names. They'll be the teams who goes home first in the tournament. Absolutely, because their heart's not into it. I've already got my money. You know what I'm saying? I've already got my money. I don't really care if I win or not. Let's hurry up and get home because I got to go get in my Porsche. I got to go get in my F-150. I got to go get back to my lavish apartment. I don't care nothing about this. I'm going pro in a couple of months. There ain't no thing. I'm getting ready to go pro. I don't care nothing about winning this right here. I'm trying to go get my money. So I want my money right now. I don't care if we win because I'm going pro in about 2 months. And that's the mindset no coach UK has ever had will work as hard as Pope. I don't care. And this is no shade. And I'm all in for Pope, just so you know, nobody, okay? I'm all in for Pope. My problem is when you have, I named the name Oakland. when you have a team as Arkansas, if that's the case, allegedly, that has a billionaire and he into it just to keep kids from not going to Kentucky. How hard can you work? Really? Because that's an uphill battle. Not impossible, just an uphill battle. And I think a lot of people kind of be like, well, no, it's not too hard. This is freaking Kentucky. And people need to start putting respect on our names. And I think we start getting that back this year. I just do. I spoke the other day and I was like, well, maybe recruits are not walking through the door and saying, I'm going to come to Kentucky so far. Maybe. But look, we got to trust the process. As a fan base, not everybody, but as a fan base, a lot of people wanted Calipari out. Not everybody, but we got, as a fan base, this is where we at right now. The fact that we got a portal commit. I'm having trouble with the fact we've got 0. Yes, I am too. That's like I'm glad. Look, all of you, Golden Roberts, Nobody, J.C. Wilder, Brett, Brady, Michael Goosey, Mike Dow, Kelly, Brenda, all you guys, Derek, Ronald, Brett, all you guys. Guess what? I'm just like you guys, man. I sat and I'm waiting and I'm seeing what's going on. The fact is, we don't even have a single portal guy that wants to come to Kentucky. If that doesn't just give you a moment of pause. Now, I guess in this day and time, you have to do what you have to do to be able to tell yourself that everything is okay. So as a Kentucky fan, as a supporter of Mark Pope, I tell myself is this: to get through it, he's going out there and getting the right guys. That's why it's taking so slow. Not that he can't get guys; he wants guys that's going to come in and fit his system. So when I tell myself that, and I believe it, that's not true at all. About what we got to get a staff hopefully first soon. Yeah, I mean we definitely need a staff. I'm definitely not going to throw that away. I'm definitely that definitely plays a big role in it. But we can't, at this process with Coach Pope, we can't be a microwave, and we can't just put something in, push the button, ding, and now we got our squad. Let's let him articulate what he's looking for Kentucky. Let's see how he can put his team together, and let's see what can happen. So does that mean being patient? Yeah. Does that mean that he's really thinking about, we have a guy coming from the portal and soon? I haven't heard who that is, Josh. So if you got the 411, share it here on the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Don't be shy. For real, I don't believe, in my opinion, that players anymore doesn't even care if they win championships in any sport. And they make those millions if they win it. Yeah, I mean, they make millions whether they win a championship or not. That's the whole thing. Like, look, dude, look. I mean, I just changed my family just by signing my name to a college. I give a Pope a bye this year to Bill. Just don't come in 7 minutes. Like, look, one of my requirements are we have got to get a Javon Small or Jeremy Roach. We got to get one of those guys, man. We need one of those guys bad. One of my requirements, or one of my things of the level of the success of next year under Coach Pope, and this is just one of them. I wish. Oh, you're speaking in faith. There you go. See, faith over billions. We're gonna be okay, because faith will never get old. You can go spend that. You can go spend that NIL money in one day. But having faith in something, you can have it forever. Anyway, one of my requirements, or one of my ideals of a successful year is just don't be one of the teams that has to play on Wednesday night in the SEC tournament. If we could just get past that, I may settle for Thursday. I will, but that would be good if we can get down there and play on Friday. That would be really good, for real. But that's one of my requirements as a Kentucky fan is, or one of my ways to measure the success of next year is, can we actually get so we don't have to play on a Wednesday night? That to me would be completely ideal for sure. So we just got to see how this all unfolds, see how this goes. But yeah, this whole thing just kind of just really just threw me for a loop. Like, it just really threw me for a loop. And I will go back. I like how people come on, how people gave me like benefits. Seriously, this is the I like when people come on and tell me, hey, maybe that's I don't think that was the right way. I don't think that's how it was doing. I just improper benefits. Seriously, I mean, see, Silver Sergeant, you just got on, so you didn't get a chance unless you was on. You didn't really get a chance for me to really say this because this is bigger than just one person keeping players, recruits, commits from coming from Kentucky. I mean, from going to Kentucky so they can go to Arkansas. This is bigger than that. This is something that's it's going to start becoming a tit for tat. I just really feel that if you're gonna, because it's all these schools got big time alumni. All these guys got big time alumni. So what's going to stop the next man from doing it? And then the next man, and then the next man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what's going to stop that from those guys saying, well, all right, you know what? I don't really care about Jerry Jones. I'm going to put up money too. Why not? I ain't got nothing else. You know, I ain't got nothing else to do with my money. I got everything I need. I'm going to just start NIL like Jerry Jones. And everybody just starts going tit for tat, a tit for tat. Oh, you gonna put up 5 million? I got you. I'm gonna put up 5.5. Oh, well, I'm gonna go 5.7. And it never stops. So a lot of people are going to be left out in this. And I'm not just thinking about Kentucky. I'm thinking of the landscape of college basketball and just how good it is. Because now, I mean, you're gonna get to some super teams, and nobody else will ever have a chance. Like UConn is just running away with things right now. They're head above waters right now, but they're doing it, and it appears that they're doing everything completely legit. It's just they got a good program up under a good coach who's making the best of this time and this period while he has guys who has been in the system, who he has guys who has played a lot of basketball, and now that's translating over to let's go back-to-back championships. That's what that's relating to. But this is big, and it's not going to go away. I hope Arkansas and Cal fall on their faces as well. So I got a question for you guys, and this is a little different scenario. I'm going to ask you guys maybe did I not react harsh enough? Did I not do the right thing? Should I have said something? But I got my first racist post today. I really did, and it because I'm getting so many comments now, and I appreciate it so much. I'm getting so many comments now that at first I could go through and read all the comments and hopefully like and comment. Unfortunately, I'm just getting a whole lot of comments now, and sometimes it's hard for me to go through all of them. And it's not overwhelming, but it's just like I'm blown away with the activity on my YouTube page, which is the Loyal BBN fan. But I got my first. You know what? I ain't gonna entertain that. Don't even worry about it. Kentucky basketball is going to be okay. The comment kind of hurt me, and it was towards Kentucky, anyway, I'm looking forward to just seeing what recruits we can get, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this Jerry Jones thing's pan out. Now, I will tell you this: I have sat here and I have read this, and I'm sitting here and I'm going live about it. But I promise you one thing. And I sit here in this camera and I look at each and one of you who's watching, wherever you at, which is always good to know where people's from. That's always pretty cool to see how far this reaches. But no matter where you at watching, I will not, and I repeat, I will not, once I walk away from this computer, I will not sit around and worry about what Jerry Jones is doing in Arkansas with Coach Calipari. Period. I would let this go. This is my way of just letting things out and then moving on. Because I'll move on. Because there's no amount is wicked and idiotic. And it was a pretty nasty comment too. I have to say it was a pretty nasty comment. But I was going to comment on it. But my comment that I was going to make to the guy, Murfreesboro, Clarksville in the house, Ronald. There you go. Nashville, Tennessee, right down the road there. I got you. I was going to comment and I was going to thank the individual for watching and thank him for his comment and tell him to have a nice day. But I just scrolled on through. I just did. But that kindness would have probably killed a person. Wow. I just made this bad comment and this guy still thanked me for watching and still said, have a nice day. Yeah. So, you can tell us if you want. I don't care. So, all right. Since UK Mega fan asked to see it, the guy, I think it was a guy, but I don't know for sure because we can always we can always do that. But anyway, the recruit said. I mean, the comment said. I think I wrote it down. The comment said, UK needs to get back to its roots, and they need to go all white and stop recruiting these one and done black players. So I laughed. I was a little offended, but I laughed. And as I always say, catching kindness bodies. Exactly. As I always say, if you don't have anything nice to say, and then sometimes when you get something like that, and if you don't reply, then that's almost as loud as saying something. It's just like, you know what? You're not even worth my time. You're not. We live in a different time and era right now, and you might as well say that to most of college basketball. But yeah, this person said, hey, I don't know why we keep hiring, stop recruiting black players and just go all white again. So I was like, that's cool. I don't have any control over that. I just love Kentucky, and I'm gonna keep cheering for Kentucky. That's all I got, man. It's just like this is all I got. This right here. So good way, yeah, good way to lose Cowboy fans. That's completely. But that's what the comment was and everything. So I'm like, you know what? I decided I made a conscious decision that instead of commenting on their comment, I went and found 10 more other comments and I commented on those. And then I completely was like, that comment's gone. I didn't even delete. I should have deleted it and I should have reported it. I can. One thing I want to take pride on, and that's kind of stuff that I should have deleted. But one thing I want to take pride on when I come live right here, any chance we get, I hope so. But if Jerry, nice discussion. But if anything, that Jerry has something to do with it. If he's out for money, I'm just saying, like, if this whole thing is if Jerry has something to do with this, I don't know. Jerry's hands, his pockets are deep. Not a lot we can do with it long over UK. The pressure of Jerry Jones along over UK, it's huge. It's a really, really big thing. So we just have to see how this all pans out and everything, and we'll just go from there. But at the end of the day, man, it's just Kentucky. Just got to just go do what they do. And as a program and as a fan base, we have to be okay with the rebuilding process. And even if that means we got to go out and get some two-star players. But that two-star player in 2 or 3 years, guess what they can be doing? Holding up the nets. We won, baby. We won. Cutting the nets down. Here's my piece, Mom. Tie it on the back of your hat. We champions because we stayed the course. We stayed the course. We have to. I mean, look at the guys who actually played in the Final Four. All the older guys. That's maybe where basketball is at. Maybe because those guys, they stuck around, they understand the value of it. They understand the bond that they have built. They understand that the bigger task at hand is cutting those nets down for the team on the front of my jersey, for real. And in the process, everything else will take care of itself. The NIL will take care of itself. The players gotta trust the coach. The coach gotta trust the players that the coach is gonna do right by them. The coaches are going to do right by them, and they're going to get their NIL, but they're also going to go out and fulfill their part of the deal, and we're going to win some games. I'm calling it right now. How sweet would that be? We need to win, man, for real. We win a national championship, I might cry. in front of y'all. I'm like, babe, we won. We won. Yes, we're champions. Why not both Wilder? Big Mike, this has been going on for years. Jerry Jones knows Sam Gilbert. Sam was the money behind the first 10 UCLA championships. Buying teams, I guess. See, there you go. See? A ton of knowledge here, man. Just like you guys are knowledgeable. Love it, dude, for real. It's just been going on for a long time. And that's something that it's just now that it doesn't have to be in the dark. Now that it's not up under the table, and now I can bring it I can bring it on top of the table, set my bag down, and spread it out in a very big way. Come on, Boost. I have to ask. I wonder how the crafts feel about that. I wonder what the crafts would say if they actually see this and hear this. They got big money, but I don't know if they got I don't know. I don't know what's in people's pockets. I don't try to keep up with it. I'm pretty sure the Crafts they got enough money of their own twos, but that's a lot of money that Jerry Jones got. But we have to see as well. Dillingham, Shepard, and Wagner lost the game to Oakland. That's the truth. None of those guys played their games, man. None of those guys. I know Dillingham had a late second half spurge or whatever you want to call it out of the three of them, but none of the three of them really had a really good game at all against Oakland. And those are the guys that we depended on all year to get it done for us, and we just didn't get it done. And unfortunately, Antonio Reeves was not. He did his part, but he just couldn't do it by himself. And because of that, leases the shot flawlessly as fast as I've ever seen. He's 6'7" and will be hard to guard. That seems to be McNeely seems to be one guy that a lot of fans for Kentucky is really talking about. And I mean, maybe Mark Pope can go get him. Maybe he really can. Maybe he can find a way to pull this guy in to be able to say, hey, come to Kentucky. I know he's going to go to I know he's going to go to UConn and check him out. So that's a tall hill. That's a tall hill to climb too, because unfortunately, Kentucky's in a position where they can't say you want to go to UConn or you want to go to Kentucky. Well, right now, unfortunately, UConn looks like it's just a more appealing school because of the past few years of the luck that they've had versus Kentucky. And they got the same coach. They got players that's going to come back. So this recruiting thing is never over until it's over. And I really hope Coach Pope really understands what he's into at this level. Recruiting at BYU, we already know. We ain't got to go through that with the limitations. But there's not a lot of limitations here at Kentucky. You're recruiting against him, and him, that guy. You're recruiting against all of these coaches. They got a long, impressive resume. So tell me how you gonna help me here at Kentucky, because I just I need to hear what you're gonna do for me. How are you gonna help me? And that's what these kids are saying now. How are you gonna help me? And maybe McNeely is not like that, but we have to almost assume that all kids, everybody talks, it's all over NIL, it's all over these big deals. McDonald's, all this stuff, all these NIL is out there, and these kids are watching every day. Oh man, cool. Oh, you got that deal. Cool. You got a Porsche NIL deal. Nice. Let me see. Okay, I've always wanted a BMW. Can I get a BMW deal? Can I get a BMW deal, please? X Series. Let me get that. Can I get it? Sign me up. I'm there. And that's the problem that we're running in. And that's I mean, Jerry Jones is just his way he's doing it is just on complete steroids. Like he's doing it on steroids. Everybody else is doing it like, let me just give you this little iPhone right here. Let me just give you this little car, and you'll be good. He's doing it on a much different level. That's big time level right there. If indeed, allegedly, if that's true, then he's doing it big for real. Pope can sell his unique offense with. I missed that, and I can't go. Let me see if I can get this back. Let's see, what was that at? Someone said Pope. Some players I'm getting there. I can't. I wanted to read that what's the name about that, but I can't find it. So my apologies for that. But um, come on, Mark, Coach Pope, listen to us as fans. We got your back. And it takes a little bit for you to do what you need to do to get things right, how you need it to set your program up, then you do it. It's just like starting a new job and getting an office. Like you want to set your office up the way you want it. I want my pens to the right. If I'm right-handed, I want my stapler, my paper right here, and then I can go to work. So we have to be patient and make sure that he has everything that it's supposed to be. And if he does that, we have to continue to believe that he's ready. He's ready because, I mean, let's be honest. He's taking over. I got to make phone calls right now, like Sweetie and daughters and sons-in-law and whoever you are. You guys go ahead and go home. I got to go to the office. I got to get started. I got to get started. Like I can't go home and sleep. I ain't got no team. I have nobody here. I gotta go spread the word. So I'm pretty sure this guy's been on the phone. I'm pretty sure he's been on the phone the whole time he's been the coach. Boycott Dallas Cowboys football. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I don't know. Stuff like this just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I really don't really watch NFL as much as I used to back in the day, to be honest. But I like to see Cowboys win. But maybe that might start happening. I might start rooting for the Titans. Why not? That's in my state. Maybe not. I go root for the Jaguars for real. He's been coaching for 20 years now. I believe he's ready for Kentucky. Who's been coaching for 20 years? Jones, I don't think he spent much money on his Cowboys this offseason. Nah, he couldn't because he already had it. Now, I can't go slander like that. I don't have any money to pay these guys, so I ain't going to slander anything. You got to watch what you say on here, man, because when you think people are not watching, people are watching. And things get back to people now. Is my word, is my stuff going to get back to Jerry Jones? No, it's not, if we're being real. But you never know who's out there, man. And people twist things and post things and put things out there that are completely 100% untrue, taken out of context, and things just get out of hand. Cal's the best at recruiting, not top 25 and X and O's. Sean Woods. I heard about that. How have you guys heard any more about Sean Woods possibly joining the staff? And if so, how do you guys feel about that? Feel about him as an assistant coach? Is he somebody that you guys can get behind? And do you think with his mindset and fit okay with Coach Pope? Hola, BBN, mega fan here on Facebook now. Haha. Hey, Cal, thank you for joining. You should be a Tennessee Titans fan because of Will. And he actually goes to work every day about 45 minutes from my house. So why not? Jerry Jones is used to it. I know, right? It ain't nothing new for Jerry. That's for sure. It ain't nothing new for Jerry. Absolutely. But like I said, I just came on because I saw this. A guy hit me up on Facebook and he sent me the link. And I had to look at it. Well, he told me what it was, and I was just kind of blown away. So first thing I could do is at least just go look. It popped up immediately. It didn't take like let me do the little circle of death and figure out if it's just something that's on the internet. No, it came up really fast. So because of that, I was like, oh my goodness, dude, like how do we go against this, man? If we hire Sean Woods, would you be okay with that, Joshua Hart? He's ready. Didn't Woods get in trouble for mistreating his players at his last school? This is going to be a very touchy hiring process. We in situations where we just have to look for the absolutely perfect coach on and for. But I guess you gotta. If I'm gonna ask that question, I guess you got to find coaches who can be exemplary role models for the young men coming in. So, but that also means that if a person makes a mistake, then it should follow them for the rest of their life. And I don't personally believe in that. But so we got to see who he's going to get in as a coach, and let's see how this is all fit in. Yes, I hope it's true in the heart of Sean Woods. Go get him. Then I don't think Woods. I think that was Walter. I think that was Walter McCarthy. Yes, that's who that was. It wasn't. Um, is Travis Ford still in it? Is he the coach that's supposed to be bringing people with him? Because there's supposed to be somebody out there that may be coming on, and he's going to bring some players with him. Who that is, what players it is, I don't know. We all have to sit back and wait for that. But I keep hearing Travis Ford maybe will be joining the staff as well too as assistant coaches. Nope to Pope, ditch Mitch. B. This is ton of ignorance in one post. Do not care to feed the trolls though. Good day. Okay. Thank you, William. Appreciate that. Sure. Nope to Pope, ditch Mitch, BL. This is a ton of yeah, sure. But we just gotta wait to process out, and I think it's gonna be they are putting the band back together. Let me ask you a question, Josh. And this is no knock on what Coach Pope decides to do because I'm going to support him regardless. Is it smart? Now I get it because people are going to be like, well, we want to bring people in who understand the game of basketball, not only the game of basketball, but guys who understand what it means to really be at Kentucky. So I say that to say this: is it necessarily a smart ideal to bring in all older guys? Or when I say older guys, people who's played for Kentucky years ago, I guess you can say, but still got love. Is it really a smart idea to bring in all the Kentucky guys to say, okay, now let's coach? Or should Coach Pope surround himself with not just because like that shouldn't be a deciding factor if you played at UK or not. It should be a deciding factor is how does your mythology, how does your mindset fit into what I'm trying to do as a head coach? Is yours, you know what I'm saying? Is it going to fit? And it doesn't necessarily mean that a person has to come from Kentucky as a player, as a previous player years ago. It just means okay, you know what? Because I don't want to rush that process just to get people in the door. We need coaches. I know. Can they recruit? Can they teach defense? Can they really, you know what I'm saying? Can all of this gel? The people that I bring in, not just because not just because they're UK guys, but can we gel as a coaching staff? I don't want yes guys, because having yes guys doesn't do me any good. I need guys that's going to help me. That's going to help me when I'm wrong. That's going to correct me. That's going to continue. We all teach each other, and we're all together on this. So doesn't that, if you bring in, I'm going to bring in my buddy. I'm going to bring in somebody to play at Kentucky. Does that always really work out? Cody Fuger seems like a pretty big deal. Great heart by Pope. He does, William. And I was looking, and I can't. There's a training session. I think if that's the best way to put it. They have a name for it, but I think only 50 coaches or 50 people are actually invited, and he's been one of the 50 because I think it goes for the coaches who are like very smart. They have a good system in place with all this kind of stuff. So he was one of the 50, so I kind of noticed that. I know he went to the NBA Summer League to help them run that organization for the Summer League 1 year as well too. So this is not a guy who's just been around. He's been with Mark Pope for a long time, from what I hear. So there's some history there, and I have to assume that Coach Pope really believes in this guy and what he does and what he can bring to the table to bring him in before he brings in anybody else. Those are Rick guys, and they were taught by one of the best to ever do it. So I think getting the Rick players to coach it, and it will bring back the old school style Kentucky had in the 90s. That's okay, Josh. Unfortunately, a lot of things have changed since the 90s, the way things are done. Now, the toughness, let me see, did you say the tough, right? Taught the best they getting Rick players would be bringing back the old school. Now, they understand about being tough, what it takes to go out there on the floor. A lot of things a player, the way the game is played has changed. We just hope that the coaches that come in are able to coach in 2024 because things have changed back in. Now, there's a few things that you can teach them that was some good qualities about playing back in the day. But I think overall, can they take that and make it to translate into the way that teams are playing now? And can we win games with that system? Um, Kenny Payne was a real good assistant for Cal. I wonder if Kenny Payne will go to Arkansas or not. I don't know. I wonder if Cal will call him up and tell him, come on down. I mean, just trade one red for the next red. You already got a lot of red stuff. Just put some tape over little brother's head, or you could just say L's down. Why not? You can do that. The coach that's coming with him is a technical person. And we need all the help we can get, Tall Hillbilly. If you don't mind me calling you the full name, I'll just say Tall, whatever. But we need all that. We need all that we can get. We need to, and then not only just get these coaches in, but get the coaches in who coach. Look, my thing is this. The worst thing a manager can do is bring in a guy, bring in a young lady, and then micromanage them. Like, I'm bringing you in because I need you to contribute to the team. So if you got something to say, I want to take it in, and I want to see how we can incorporate this into being the best that we can be. So I hope if he's going to bring these guys in, and I think he will. I think he's too smart not to. I think he understands that he's definitely going to have to do that. But I hope that he brings these guys in and then he uses them for what their skill is. One Kentucky basketball team, but many bodies coming together for one purpose is to cut down nets. Anything other than that, you can stay outside. Because at Kentucky, we're trying to win championships. Whether it's this year, next year, that's our goal. Some teams just want to see if they can make it to the tournament. We want to win a national championship. That's the expectations that he did. It's already been set. That's bigger than us. Don't think Arkansas has room for more coaches. Is it true that Welch left? Welch went to was it Fresno State? I think it was. He left, so that opened up. If I'm correct, and you guys can always tell nothing public, but he met with Pope 2 days ago. Kenny Payne did. Wonder if Burks is staying. Never was given a chance. I hope Burks stays. I really do. I hope he stays. I don't know why he would think that, hey, if I go with Cal, he's going to play me this year. He sat on the bench a lot. And I really think, hey, man, the way I look at it is the way we was playing against Oakland, man, put Burks in. See what he can do. See what kind of energy. If you don't do anything else, man, you take Burks and you tell Burks, look, you got 5 minutes to just run around with this guy. Wherever he goes at, you go with him. Get this kid some Gatorade. Get him some juice. Now go run with him wherever he goes at and stay in his face. He's tall. He's fast. He has a lot of energy. I don't care about your scoring. I just need you to stay on this guy. That was a malpractice on not using him at all. Like, I don't think he even got in the game. If he got in the game, it was like late in the game, but it's too late then. Tommy, you look at Amari Williams. I've seen Boogie Flynn and Stan in touch with Kentucky. That's good. All of this is really good news, man. Here's my thing before I say Jordan coming back. I don't know if he's coming back or not. Nothing. He's like really up under the radar. From what I heard is Kentucky's only got one player, and that's the new guy who just signed with Kentucky. When they say he got one guy on the team, does that mean that Jordan Burks is gone? But he ain't went in the transfer portal yet. He ain't did none of that. So I don't know what's going on. His is like really, really. I hope he got good people in his corner. And I really hope he really took to heart what Coach Pope had to say. Because I don't think Coach Pope would try to run him out of town just for his ego, just so he can build his complete team so I don't have to deal with anything that's dealing with Cal. So I don't know if that's the case. I haven't heard anything. But I think if that was the case, then Travis Perry. Yeah. Well, we got two players. One of the guys, who actually signed to. How can we forget him? He's a baller. He's a baller. He can shoot that rock too. But I really hope that Jordan Burke sticks around. I hope we get the right pieces. Talking about coaching, and then we go out and we continue to recruit and bring people in because Coach Pope he has a big mountain to climb. He's a big mountain, and I tell you, the support that the fans who are behind him, and this is no knock on anybody who doesn't believe in Pope. I'm not. You guys are completely entitled to believe that. I just believe that. For me, I just believe that whether I can't do anything about it. We've already got our guy. We got our head coach. To me, I just say go do what you got to do, and we support you. And whether he can hear the loyal BBN fans say that or not, I'm putting that out there for good vibes. And I know all you guys are putting it out too, who truly support it. And if you don't, that's fine. That's no big thing. I'm not going to I'm not going to knock you for that. Yeah, Reed. I just don't see a possibility of Reed coming back. And I know as a fan base we would love it to, but we gotta let go. You know, good woman. Who's a good woman? I'm not really sure. Nobody, you may be commenting on that, but good one. But I kind of in my heart think it's time for BBN to just go ahead and just say, Reed, we wish you the best, man. Thank you for your year at Kentucky. Because I just don't see how the young man can turn it down. At least we know one thing is for sure. He ain't going to Arkansas. So, hey, if I got to lose him to the NBA drive, okay. That's fine. I can live with that tomorrow morning. It's no big thing. But he ain't going to Arkansas, so we ain't got to worry about that. So that's good. He ain't, as much as he loves Cal, he ain't going to Arkansas. He ain't going to put on no red. You can believe that, unless it's in the NBA. Jerry Jones will double NIL money offered to Kentucky basketball recruits to join Arkansas Razorbacks. Not all schools. Who really wants to go to Arkansas? It's going to take a lot of money to go to Arkansas. It really is going to take a lot of money to go to Arkansas. So thanks, Justin. I appreciate that. Earlier, some guys kind of made sure that they kind of clarify what it was that this is all about. But just to see that a major donor on that level is willing to say, I would basically stop Kentucky players, recruits from going to Kentucky because I would make sure that the NIL money is available. And I got it. Oh, you need a couple $100,000? That's no money, big guy. That's no money. That's what we do today. We're paying bills. We're paying NIL bills. Don't worry about it. We got him. Go get him. Tell him the money's there. Ain't no thing. It'll be wired in his account tomorrow. How you gonna tell a kid, how you gonna tell a kid that I'm gonna pay you this kind of money, you should come or you should go there? Say goodbye to Reed. It's a weak class. Next year will hurt his draft stock even if he plays better. I don't know how he turns it down. And I think he's definitely gonna have the support of his parents. If he's ready to go and he decides I'm leaving, he's just going to have to just go. And we're going to just be happy for it, and we got to keep moving. So I think a dude's dad played for Cal or something like that. I think that was the case for him. We got Travis. So let's see. Hey, you never know. Travis might come in and have an even bigger year than Reed Sheppard, because I don't think people didn't realize that Reed was a solid player, but I just don't think anybody realized that it would be this good, this fast, and he would be out of here after 1 year. I don't think he's seen it. I don't think his parents seen it. I don't think Calipari's seen it. I just don't think anybody saw it. And now that it's happened, you know what they say, you got to get that money when it's hot. And if the league wants you, the league is going to come and get you. They're going to come and get you if they want you that bad. And I think they want him. Theo's dad did too at UMass. Yeah. I didn't think it was at Memphis, but I knew it was somewhere like that. Joshua DJ and Adu's dad did. Joshua DJ and Adu's dad did. Yeah, they both play for Cal. But will Adu end up in Arkansas? I don't want to play him. I'm gonna tell you right now. Can I be real before I go? If there's any one player from Kentucky that transferred that I don't want to see really in the SEC. I don't want to see it do because I know out of all the players that are leaving from Kentucky that may end up in Arkansas with Cal, that's the one player I don't want to see. I like unless you can tell me that we're gonna bring in a guy that's built like that plays as hard as a dude. I don't want to see him. Go, I don't know, go to Big Ten somewhere or something. Just get out of here. I don't think Travis will have the season Reed did. He's not as athletic as Reed. Okay, that's a good point. That's a good Mike Dowell. I will let him go. How's Jerry Jones comeback? And it would be to Kentucky. I heard he might come back, and it would be to Kentucky. You heard a dude might come back? I tell you what. You know what I hate? I hate when I go to sleep at night and I wake up and it's so much stuff out there. Like really, how do you really keep up with all this stuff? Like, how many of you guys just sat at your phones like this, watching TV? Nope, no updates. Let me see. I got an attachment from somebody. No updates. Let me see what this says. Receive the image. Let's see what this is. Jerry Jones, somebody else sent me too. Reportedly offering double whatever the Kentucky commits were making to come to Arkansas. Yeah, it's out there. So it is the commits. I would definitely make sure that I change my title to make sure that it fits accordingly. So it ain't allegedly. It looks like that's really College Basketball Report has actually reported it and everything. So it seems to be completely legit. Yeah, Jerry Jones, I don't like you anymore. I really don't. So you suck. Travis Parrish is not Reed Sheppard. Very different players. They might be different players. So let me ask you guys something then. Who's the better shooter, Travis Perry or Reed Sheppard? If you had them both, I would rather go to Miami University instead of Arkansas University, which I think Wagner is actually visiting Miami. I heard. So if you, that's all in my Facebook. If you can't keep up with the transfer report, it's way more confusing than the high school ranks. It's so much going on, and they're saying that it's even going to be more people in the transfer portal. A lot of people are just waiting for the NIL checks to clear before they hit the portal, which means we thought we seen some of the best players in the portal already. And if it's more good ones coming, that to me that kind of makes me happy because that lets me know that the guys who's in the portal right now, who we may be missing on, and they're going to other schools, they're supposed to be better players who's actually coming in the portal, which is a very, 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 very positive thing. If there's still more, but Reed is coming back to play with him, so we will see who's better. Josh, man, I tell you, I like you. Sheppard is proven in college. Haven't seen Perry. Josh, I like you, Mr. Hart, but I don't want to see you get let down, man. I don't. All the fans who really want to come back, I don't want to see you guys get let down. And I just don't see how that can happen. It may, and believe me, I'll be the first one. Reed's back, baby. But I feel like when I come on here to talk about Reed Pacific, Reed, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the time you gave to Kentucky. Good luck in the league. Give me a signed jersey, and we boys. That's it. Don't let the UK players go to P. Diddy parties. That's for sure. Don't let him go anywhere next to that guy. That's a mess. But I don't really keep up with all that a lot, but it's in the news, so it's hard not to miss it. Travis Perry was on a better team than Reed. Travis Perry, whole starting five is D1 bound. So we have to see. I'm afraid Jard is going to get disappointed in the Reed Sheppard news. I think so too. Supposedly some dude considered in UK that's not in the portal yet and would be top portal pick. I guess he's waiting for his NIL check to clear. I guess it is waiting, just waiting for that to clear. Reed Sheppard in game shooting exposition contest setting Perry. I heard Drake entered the portal and is transferring to Arkansas. I saw that too. Like I guess he'll burn up his jerseys and stuff, his Kentucky blue. But Drake, keep the blue, man. It's so much better. Joe Lane, that's true, but Travis played better against Reed. What did the other four guys have to do with Travis scoring more? It's going to be interesting. I look forward. I mean, look at it like this. We got one stellar UK guy, Reed, that's probably you never can say until they announce it, but I'm willing to put 99% of the chance this kid's gone. He's gone to the league. But then you got one more guy that's coming in that everybody is still stoked about. You know, Drake will become an Arkansas fan now. He's got to cross Reed in separate games, shooting acquisition, setting Perry. I'm not really sure what you're saying, Daryl. Hey, Daryl. Also, I just want to give you a shout out to you. I saw a comment on YouTube today that I'm not really the person that was commenting and watching. They said that you actually recommended my page to them. So that's why they subscribe and they watch and they gave me a comment and they enjoyed the show. So I told him to tell you, I tell them to tell you thank you. So now that I see you on Daryl Williams, I just want to say thank you for recommending my page to somebody. And that goes for anybody else who has recommended my page, my YouTube page, the Loyal BBN fan page. I've been working really hard. So I'm going to just tell you guys the truth, okay? I've been working really hard. I've really been trying to get this thing down. I'm trying to be more consistent. I am 38. I haven't looked since we've been on, but I am 38 people away from 1,000. If you know anyone that's a Kentucky fan, or if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, I need 38 people, and YouTube will officially qualify me as a YouTuber. So thank you for the help. Thank you for the help in advance, but I cannot believe it that you guys, yeah, thank you. So I think you will return. Hey, man, Josh, you got somebody else with you. You guys need to trade numbers and talk about it. And then if he leaves, then you guys can talk together and say, hey, it's going to be okay, man. He had a good year here. Let's just continue to cheer for Travis. But, I mean, I hope he comes back. But there's no need for him to come back. I really not, because praise the Lord. There's hit the like button too. Hit the like button for this video. Thank you. Who wins the summer? Mike Tyson or Jake Paul? Come on, man. I'm almost 50 years old. Mike Tyson can ready knock this guy out. All you gotta do is hit him one time, and he's gonna knees out. Knees out. I'm done. That hurt. Hold on. It's just supposed to be expedition. It ain't supposed to be for real. No, I'm gonna hit you for real. Mike Tyson, he's like, look, I got probably one more. Make that 37. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Perry won championship school 2024. Reed didn't win championship, but I love them both. They are very good. I picked both, but I believe Reed come back. If not, hope the best for him. Yeah, I think so. Should be on. Tommy, should Rondo and Wall be on the staff? Really? I mean, I want us to make sure that we're doing this because it's the best thing for the team. And that would be kind of cool to see John Wall coaching against what's the name. And that would be cool to see Wall coaching against and you know Wall's competitive. So Wall wants to he would definitely want to be Cal for sure. He can work with the guards. I mean, I just want to make sure that as fans, as Kentucky fans, we're keeping this very realistic about who should come on as a staff and what qualifications can they have. Remember, this is still Kentucky basketball. You know, this is still a high-level blue blood team, despite the last 5 years. Kentucky is still is a big-time blue blood school, for real. So I still want to keep in perspective as far as he doesn't have any. What do they say? Mike Tyson probably doesn't have any teeth. I'm trying to look to see if I see that comment. I don't see it, but it could be. I mean, that could be the way for sure. It's just to be able to do that. Mike Tyson gonna knock him out, man. I'm sorry. I take Rondo over Wall. They will help with recruiting probably. Can Rondo recruit? Can John Wall recruit? That's the thing. Because, we're going to need some recruiters. And for me, I'm not advocating for Rondo. I'm not advocating for John Wall. I will say this, though. These guys are still young enough that they can go into these homes and convince these guys. When you have a dynamic point guard in Wall or in Rondo, and he goes into a point guard's house and he can tell them, I can make you like me, they have to listen. And then we can get you a good NIL deal, then you have to listen because like their game speaks for itself. So if I'm a point guard or a guard and I got Wall sitting in front of me in my house and I'm 17 years old, I'm just like, that's John Wall. Yo, man, that's Rondo. I'll just watch him. Let me listen to him. I got to meet Cal at Kroger's on Easter Sunday, the last Sunday him at Kentucky head best coach. I hope that was a pretty good meeting. Rondo may have been an option till he got in trouble again recently. And that's a lot of things that people are looking at as being like where Rondo got in trouble. Maybe there's a grace period before you talk about him being a coach, but eventually that's going to have to be like, unless he gets in trouble and goes to jail, whatever, all that kind of stuff. But it becomes a point where you have to say, okay, you got in trouble. You made a bad choice on a particular day, but that's not the person that you've been your whole life. So you pay for that one thing, but then you should still be allowed to go back in and continue doing what you loving because, coaches get in trouble all the time and they right back on the field. They're right back on the sideline. So one mistake shouldn't stop you from still having a chance to live your dream as in coaching college basketball or at any level at that. And I really believe that. Najee Muhammad is director of the player development OKC Thunder. We need to hire Najee as GM at Kentucky. You never know. With these guys, would these guys would have imagined when they won a championship or when they played together or they played at Kentucky that they would have the opportunity to come back and coach at Kentucky? Maybe not. Clyde Harrell, was he snobby? Nas be good too. So it was domestic abuse though. Never condone anything else. It is forgivable. I don't advocate putting your hands on anybody. I just don't. Our circumstances where you got to protect yourself, I get it, but just out of anger, walk away. If you're in anger and you feel like you got to put your hand on somebody, especially if you got to put your hand on a lady, unless you're defending yourself, because there's some ladies out there that will put them fists on you for real. So if you're defending yourself, that's one thing. But just out of anger, alcohol can't be an excuse or nothing like that. You got to learn self-control. You do, and putting your hands on somebody is never the answer, and that's for sure. Jones thing feels fake. I hope it's fake. That's a good thing for us. It's on more than one place, so it's just not because the place I read it at is totally different from where I got the screenshot at. That somebody used the Loyal BBN text line at 270-220-0994. Those guys, they actually did that. So Hope Hart, he said, will be a good recruiter. And I think he has somebody in mind too. I think he has somebody in mind who he can get to go do that. But this is a busy job, and that guy's got to be on it. So recruiting's always, and you're never off the clock when it comes to recruiting. Never. You always got to talk to people, got to send texts. It's so much that goes into that maybe even us as fans can't even comprehend sometimes. We think we understand. We see what people want us to see, but I think behind closed doors, there's probably so much. I tell you what, whoever they get to recruit, they should hang out with Vince Merrill because I think those guys, Mitch can maybe rub off on him a little bit and teach them it's not a stage, it's a footstool. Ulysses is probably staying with Cal's staff. Yeah, I can see that. It's as a Kentucky player, as diehard as he is, because I really think if it's a person who truly played for Kentucky and really wore that jersey right and really cared about Kentucky, even though he wasn't here the whole 4 years, is Ulysses. So you got to say, are you completely committed to Cal, or are you committed to Kentucky or what? But that's a hard decision. And like, I mean, I'm coaching. I want to go with Cal because he's going to coach me. But how do you, as a player, see? It's one thing for a coach to leave and go to another program. That's a rivalry. But it's another thing for Tyler Eulis or anybody that's been at it. Now, I know they do it. Teams do it. Scott Padgett do it. There's players that do it. If you tell me I can coach, I'm gonna go coach. If I got to coach against my alma mater, I'm coaching against my alma mater. That's just the breaks of it. Um, but I think it was something different about Tyler Eulis that I think he really loved that name on the front of the jersey, and I think he hated Arkansas, and I think he hated anybody in the SEC that wasn't Kentucky. So we have to see how that actually goes to. Ark needs to compare Muss and Cal. They they get freaked out. Anyone have any info on Tyler Eulis staying with us to help coach? Someone just mentioned that they think he may be going, with Cal's staff. So we have to see how that goes as well too. See how he goes over. But look, thank you guys so much. It is now Thursday afternoon at 4:35 a.m. Today starts my weekend. So our weekends are Thursday and Saturdays because their holy day is on Friday. So Thursday, so we work Sunday through Thursday, and then we're off Friday and Saturday, and then go back to work. But so this starts my weekend. I get up at 1:30, so I'm sleepy. So usually on Thursday nights when I should just be out enjoying the town, I'm not. I'm in the bed while everybody else is partying because I'm too freaking sleepy to go out anywhere and do anything. But I might go out. Yeah, I won't hold it against anybody. I won't hold it against Eulis if he goes to Arkansas and coach. Like I said, he's not the first player for any school. There's many, there's many players. I mean, look at what's name? Look at Coach Pope. He came from BYU, so it ain't just a set in stone that because you go to school A that you can't coach for nobody but school A. If you can break into coaching, if you can break into your dream, then you go to where it's needed and where you can get a job at. And then if it comes full circle where you have the opportunity to go back to your alma mater, then you go back to that. But for the meantime, you go. And I think it's just a matter of fans just saying we wish everyone the best if you played at Kentucky. And if you got to come in and coach against Kentucky, we want to beat you, but we still love you, but we want to beat you. And I think that's pretty much how Jerry Jones was at those meetings with Cal and Tyson in Arizona. Boy, they out there stewing some money out there, bro. They out there just doing this all day. They out there just doing it. Okay, that's hey, Daryl, that's some big time money out there. I don't care what nobody say. That's some big time money out there. And I think those guys are out there just throwing around money and says we'll do whatever it takes, Cal. You just get players in here. But if they learn one thing about it, Cal's had stacked teams. That doesn't guarantee a W. That does not guarantee a W. It just doesn't. Because if you're bringing in some young guys, and maybe, just maybe, all the older guys are looking at that and being like, look, man, we can't let we get it, they're studs. They're gonna go to the NBA. But we're gonna play more physical. If we want it more, we know what it means. We understand the college basketball game. We done been under pressure for 3 or 4 years now. This is nothing for us. This is nothing for us. We're gonna go win some ball games as older players. G will be good. I miss him the most. I think he's gonna be good. I think he's gonna come around. He's gonna have a whole 4 year. He's not gonna have to set out until February to get on the floor or whatever it is. He's gonna be able to come in. He's gonna get a whole summer under his belt with his new teammates. I just think he's not going to get better teammates than what he had at Kentucky, and he's gonna see that, and he's gonna be like, I love Cal, but I miss Kentucky because Kentucky's crazy, and I miss my teammates at Kentucky. And he's gonna be like, hey, but I'm here now, so I gotta do what I gotta do. But I look forward to playing him. We just can't let him throw the ball behind the back out to a 3-point shooter and make it. We got to defend that this time. I wanted Z back second behind Reed, of course. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think Reed is the most wanted player to that fans that fans actually wanted to come back for sure. And unfortunately, since we wasn't able to get him, or we weren't able to keep Z, and we don't know about Reed. I think we do know about Reed. I just think he's prolonging it. But why prolong it for? Let's get your workout going, man. Like, just go ahead and call it. Let the Big Blue Nation know that you appreciate what they did for you. You always bleed. You always bleed blue. You're always at home here at Kentucky. You can always come back here and work out, get big, get strong, get physical. But go get your money, man. For real. Can't blame the kid. Hope he does great in the NBA. Absolutely. And I think deep down, the fans who really want him to come back, they're not going to be bitter because he leaves. They're just really, really hoping he comes back for another year because we just want one more year of him. And, but I don't think this is going to be a case where Reed announces he's going pro and then you start hearing all this hate stuff, all this hate text from the small yet loud, toxic part of the fan base. Oh, you shouldn't go pro. You ain't ready to go pro. They're gonna throw up the Oakland game. Look, the guy had a good year. He didn't do good in the tournament. He didn't do good in the tournament. For me, I thought when the year was over, for me personally, I said to myself, nowhere else like the BBN. It just think the BBN is great. For me, I was thinking to myself this: there's no way. But after you look at everything, I said there's no way after the game that Reed just had, he goes pro. I mean, that was really in my heart. Him being a Kentucky guy, him loving Kentucky as much as he did, him having parents who played at Kentucky. I just felt like at that time that because of this game, that may be the deciding factor whether he comes back or not. But as you look at the draft class, as you look at everything that's going on, as you look at his draft prospects and all of this kind of thing, you say to yourself, that's okay. You can leave if you want to. We get it. And if we're being honest, if you're one of the guys who's really rooting for him to come back, if you had a child, a young man, young daughter, that was going to be a top 10 pick in a draft, I don't really know how you can really convince those guys to go back. And it's not, I mean, the money's going to be great, and he can make great NIL money. So don't get that wrong. But I think just hearing your name with the third pick in the 2024 NBA draft, so-and-so selects Reed Shepherd of the Kentucky Wildcats. And we rejoice and we be happy. We start the healing process and we move on. But I think it all starts with him just saying, I'm going to go ahead and go. So I think a lot of people can move past this process, or just go ahead and say, I'm coming back, and then we get lit. We get lit as a fan base. Absolutely. We can do that for real too. So Joshua Hart, dream on. Good to think that way. For real. I mean, I'd be lying at get it done, Pope. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wish Reed was, I wish he was back at Kentucky one more year. But it ain't to the point where I'd be like, dude, please come back to Kentucky. Please. Please come back to Kentucky. Please come help us. Reed ain't gonna be here forever. And Pope hopefully will be here longer than Reed does, even if Reed stays all 4 years, which is never gonna happen. But the point is, we gotta see, in a sense, I want to see what Pope can do with his team. I wish Reed was here. Reed ain't coming back. I really believe that. But we just gotta do what we gotta do. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. Once again, looks like I am now down to 37 people. That's all I need for 1,000 people for my YouTube. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. The Loyal BBN Fan Show. I'm kind of hesitant to do this because when this becomes something that I just got to go out and continue to ask people to do, then I don't think it becomes fun to me anymore. And this is fun. But I'm really trying to really grow my YouTube is as much as Joey Hart left. I think he left early too, if I'm correct. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I think Joey Hart left. He did. He left early. Like he left like really early. I think because Adu left and the other players left so fast. I think Joey Hart kind of got overlooked a little bit. But yeah, please, God, those guys draw a lot of attention. They do. Yeah, absolutely. So when he left, um, it was just kind of like, yeah, he just kind of just went out up under the thing. But once again, if you haven't, I'm on Twitter at Big Mike 2014-23 at YouTube, the Loyal BBN Fan Show. Please hit me up. Please give me a follow. Hit that like button for this video as well too. I appreciate Heart in the Portal, not gone. Heart in the Portal, not gone. So he has an opportunity to come back. Okay, but once again, he may be in the portal and not gone, but because so much else is going on and you didn't really hear about Hart, all of this right here, then he kind of can still get kind of swept up under the rug because of the bigger guys who's out there, who's in the portal but hasn't committed to anyone yet. So we have to see how that actually goes. Thank you guys for the support on YouTube. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. It means the world to me. I have never, ever did a show for an hour and 36 minutes. And you guys stayed right here with me the whole time. I salute you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very humbled by that. Thank you. Use the text line too. Send me your thoughts or whatever. I'm getting a lot of texts now. So if I'm not able to hit you back, I apologize, but I'm reading them. And they make me happy and they keep my day going. And I appreciate it because I'm getting texts around the clock. So if you never text a text line before, it's 270-220-0994. Somebody even thank you so much, Mike. Somebody even hit me up the other day to ask me how do they get the autograph app. That's the app that I use. I use the autograph app, and I know all you guys use. Does any of these names sound familiar to you guys before I go? Kentucky men's basketball. These are all pages. UK sports videos, A Sea of Blue, Behind Kentucky Basketball, Believe in Kentucky, Catch Coverage, Catch Illustrated, Catch Talk Wednesday, KSR, Pre-Show, and Kentucky Insider, Kentucky Sports Radio, The Catch Pause, We're Up to No Good, The Leach Report, and Wildcat Nation. Guess what? I use one app, and I got every last one of them on here. One app. It's called Autograph. The link's in it. The code is BBN Fans. Click it, get it. All of this stuff is at your fingertips right here. This is it right here, man. So I don't know who that is. They didn't give me a name. I didn't ask. They text me. They asked for the information for the code. I gave it to them. They was happy. Check it out right here, okay? You got podcasts and everything, all with the Autograph app. The link is down below. Hit it up, and let's go Kentucky, and let's get some recruits. And the heck with Jerry Jones, we still going to recruit, and we still going to win some ball games. Let's go, Hats. Hitting the like button gets you out there. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Absolutely. I appreciate it. People are liking it. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I thank you guys so much. This is all about you, me, we all together, Kentucky fans. Let's go, Coach Pope. We believe in you, and let's get some recruits and some coaches, and let's keep balling. I'm out.